Alright there folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you, it always is. We got him again yesterday, didn't we? We got him good, man. Casper Ruud to win, Beanacht to win, happy days. Never in doubt with that one, although Casper Ruud did make me sweat for it a little bit. After that second set, I mean, I was getting vibes from Lehechka and Kruger. After the second set, Casper Ruud had a look in his eye like, I don't know, there was a moment where we sort of locked eyes through the camera and I could just tell he was saying, mate, don't worry about it. I am not going to get beat by fucking Shangadi Shabop. And he didn't. Rallied back, 2 down, came back and won 3-2. That's what we love to see. That's what the best do. Right then, oh yeah, big foe in Shelton as well, over 3.5 on the set. That was a certain winner. That was a certain. Well done if you stuck that on your parlay. I know a lot of us fancied it. We'll go for another one today. Look, we're clawing our way back. Slowly but surely, folks. Round 1 was a shitter, but it was for everyone. We got 1 in round 2. We've started off with 1 in round 3. If we can get another one today, we'll be evens on the picks. Well, I'll be evens on the parlays anyway. Happy days. I know there's a couple of you who didn't think that was going to happen, but you've got to have faith, haven't you? You've got to keep the faith. You've got to keep hammering the nail, hanging in there. We'll see what we can get today. Before we get into them, like the video if you would, subscribe if you're not already. Also, dead quick, if you want to support the channel as well, link in the description and the pinned comment, you can go ahead and do just that. I forgot to mention the other day, Frank, I did get your tip, lad. I apologise, I completely forgot. I feel really bad. My bad. Appreciate you. You know I do. Let's get into this one, innit? Let's get into today. A couple of big favourites. We'll just go through them as we go through them. There's 2 or 3 that I fancy having a go on today, maybe more, but we'll see what we've got anyway. Business as usual, folks. Just stick your picks in, get involved, you know, thoughts along the way, all that shite. Where are we going to start here? I'll tell you where we start. We'll go with Thomas Mahatch and David Goffin. First game of the day. Head-to-heads, 1 apiece for Mahatch. I'm pretty sure that was a dicey game. That was earlier on this year, wasn't it? Yeah, it was in Wimbledon, of course it was. Very dicey. Very fucking dicey. He basically probably should have lost that game. I don't know how he didn't. Both of these have been really good. Both these, well, I say both have been really good. Touching on David Goffin, you know, we've spoke about him pretty much every day for the past week or two. He looked like he was struggling a bit against Manarino, but he was always going to win in the end. That win against Tabilo stood out to me a lot more. Like, what do you want me to say about him? We've spoke about Everton, haven't we? The loss against Sonego, but he clearly wanted to be at the US Open, not there. The loss against Safulan in the Challenger, but then he went and won the title. Thomas Mahatch, you know, he walloped Fabio Fognini and then he fucking destroyed Sebastian Corda. I don't know what was going on there. Don't know what happened there. I just, you know, fair play to him. Didn't expect him to beat Sebastian Corda at all. Thomas Mahatch, I think he's dropped serve twice all tournament. I think he's been broken twice. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he has, yeah. Been serving so good. I mean, who thought he was going to beat Corda? Not me. Not me at all. This is horrible listening, like straight off the bat. Like, how many times do I say I hate these picks where we've been taking someone for the past week or two and it gets to a point where I feel like my hands are tied. I don't think I can go with David Goffin on this one. I really don't. I mean, like Mahatch, he still lost 3 of his last 5. Like, he's just won 2 on the bounce. We did mention him, didn't we, the other day? He's lost serve only once. He's only been broken once in his last 2 games. There you go. You getting Mahatch around 1.5 here on the decimal. I think he gets it done. I really do. I think he's just looked better. Like, David Goffin hasn't looked bad. He's looked really good as well. He looked fantastic against Tabilo. I'd say I'm just probably slightly more impressed with Mahatch's performances. See that. Am I really going to bet against them? Like, David Goffin hasn't really given me a reason to go against them. I'm just going off the last two. That's all. Mahatch was absolutely unstoppable. Unstoppable from the get-go. Straight out of the gate, he came out so hot against Sebastian Corda. You know, if you're comparing it to last year anyway, he didn't even make it past qualifying. So I think I'm going to be going with Thomas Mahatch on this one. I really do. Wouldn't surprise me to see David Goffin just underperform, especially as we're getting deeper in the tournament. So Mahatch or not on that one, folks. Let me know what you're going for. The next one we will talk about is... Where is it? Alright, well, we'll just get this one out the way dead quick. So Yannick Sinner's playing Christopher O'Connell. Like, are you even touching this one? It's got to be Yannick Sinner in straight sets if anything, but the odds are shit for it. So I think the spread's 9.5. Look, I'm not telling you to take that. Sinner's 1.01 on the decimal. Like, he will absolutely destroy O'Connell. I didn't expect him to drop a set. Was it Mackenzie McDonald? Didn't think he'd drop a set to him. It's funny, I was probably going to take him to win that in straight sets. It's a good job it didn't. And then he played Alex Michelsen in the next game, and I thought, Michelsen could probably steal a set here the way he's been playing, and Sinner just beat him in 3 anyway. He definitely beat O'Connell in 3. Just touching on the points there, 9.5. That's a lot of games. You're getting 1.73 for that on 365. That's a lot of games, you know. So many games. It's probably a big ask. I'm not going anywhere near it, but as far as a value pick for this one goes, obviously you're not touching Sinner, are you? If you're going to take Christopher O'Connell plus 9.5, just be very wary of it, but that is a lot of games, isn't it? You know, thinking about it, you know, like in a positive way, you only need one decent set from O'Connell, really. One decent set. I mean, if you can get like a 6-4 out of him or something, you can probably afford a break or two in the next two, providing he's going to get beaten straight. You just need one good set. I wouldn't fancy sweating over that, though. Every service game for O'Connell, if you've got money on that, is going to be a fucking nail biter. Yeah, I'd stay away from it, but 9.5 games, it's a lot of games. It is a lot of games, so that'd probably be the way you'd be looking on that. Go with Tommy Paul, Go with Tommy Paul, he's another big favourite here. What's he? 1.1 on the decimal, and Gabe Diallo's 6.8. This is 6.5 as well, spread 6.5 here. I was very tempted with Diallo plus 6.5. He's been playing really good this tournament. He beat Jami Munar in his first match. Got the upset against Arthur Feast as well. He was a decent dog against Feast, 3-1. He got that done. Probably his fucking best win so far, that, isn't it? Think about it. Tommy Paul should be getting this one. Like, Diallo's won his like 5 straight now. Excuse me. Come through qualifying. Said he beat Munar. Arthur Feast. Tommy Paul's won 3 out of his last 5 now. You know, he looked good against Sonigo, even though he did drop a set, but it's all right. He looked really, really good against Sonigo in the first game. He looked equally as good against Max Purcell, but it is Max Purcell. He ended up pulling out in the 3rd set, so he has got a bit of a rest. How much should we... Well, maybe not necessarily me, but this is for yous over in America, especially for the ones that are at the US Open as well. Extremely jealous of you, by the way, you bunch of bastards. I'd have fucking loved to have been there. How much are we expecting from Tommy Paul, folks? What's America saying? What is the USA expecting from Tommy Paul in this tournament? How far do we expect him to get? Would you expect him to at least get past this round? Because he got beat by Ben Shelton, didn't he? That was it. Was it the next? Yeah, he got into the, was it the round of 16 last time? I'm not too sure. My memory's not so great, but I'm pretty sure Ben Shelton beat him last time. Probably no shame about, getting beat at home by a fellow American, is he? But you most definitely, Tommy Paul won and better that. I feel like that's at least what we should expect from him. I definitely think he beats Gabe Diallo. I do. Diallo's been really good. 6.5, the spread. If you fancy that, take Diallo, 6.5. I think that might just be around, it could just finish around that. I'm not so sure. I see quite a few breaks of serve here, so maybe you could even take that. See what the breaks are in the game. Tommy Paul, oh look, it's a mad shout. Tommy Paul in straight sets is evens. I don't think I'm going to go near that. Look, this is more for you. Give me your feedback on that, especially the Americans. Even if you're not American, just if you know tennis. What are we doing on this? I don't think I'm going to take it, but if you are, get your picks in the comments. Shall we? Yeah, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? So we go with Jack Draper and Bottas van der Sandschulp. Yeah, we'll go for that one, innit? Jack Draper's a massive favourite in this one. Not a massive favourite, but is he 1.2? Something like that, 1.2. Where is he? Fucking disappeared. Yeah, 1.23 for Jack Draper, 4.27 for Van der Sandschulp. I think Jack Draper beats him. I do. Just forget about what we seen the other day. Just forget about that for a second. I just think Jack Draper beats him. I really do. He's just better, isn't he? Nobody thought Van der Sandschulp was going to beat Alcaraz the other day. Nobody. I mean, I don't even know what you could say. Like, I didn't even touch that game, but if I was going to touch it, I just would have took Alcaraz in straight sets. Not the exact opposite. I don't even think I would have took Van der Sandschulp plus the points or whatever. That's irrelevant, with Alcaraz is gone now. We're talking about Draper. I've seen so many people saying Van der Sandschulp's going to win this one. So many people. Seen so many people up fucking Alcaraz's ass as well. Like, just crawl out of his ass for a second. Oh, he's very tired. He's very fatigued. Like, Van der Sandschulp's played more games of tennis than him this season. So, like, what? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, just... Van der Sandschulp tired as well. Like, I just don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't think he beats Jack Draper. But before all the Alcaraz fucking fags crucify me in the comments, if there's any watching, how about this? I know some of you don't like Jack Draper, but I feel like that's just, I don't know what that is actually. But take Van der Sandschulp for a set. I'm not going to. Take Van der Sandschulp for a set, 1.5. Well better value. Look, if you're going to beat Alcaraz in straight sets, you're probably going to beat Draper in straight sets, right? No, he's not, is he? I wouldn't have thought so. Probably takes one off him. Going off that recent performance against Alcaraz, you have got to assume that Bottas van der Sandschulp can at least take one off Jack Draper, right? I'd go for that. As a matter of fact, look, I'm not going to touch this one, like, especially with Draper being 1.2. I'm not going to touch it. I don't fancy having to eat shit with that one. But Van der Sandschulp for a set, 1.5. If you're going to touch it, I'd probably take that one. Would I? Yeah, I'd probably take that. He's won 3 of his last 5 now. He got beat against Articuzo in straight sets, like in the Winston-Salem. So, sport makes no sense to me. It's not even just tennis; it's just sport as a whole. This tournament's been a fucking weird one. I'll say that, but just when you think you're starting to understand it a bit, it just it shocks you again, doesn't it? Who else did he play? I watched another one of the. Oh yeah, fucking Dinas. Denis Shapovalov, man, like, Denis Shapovalov give Van der Sandschulp a better go than what Alcaraz did. Let's just leave it at that, He hasn't dropped a set yet. He got beat by Dan Evans in the second round last year. Jack Draper's won 4 of his last 5. Absolutely smoked Diaz Acosta, like we said. Hasn't come close to dropping a set, really. Hasn't come close. Already won a title this year as well. He done good at the start of the year as well. Can't remember, one of the Australian tournaments, was it? I'm not too sure. Beginning of the season. He is, I know I've mentioned it before, but he's by far he's the highest ranked British tennis player anyway, but I've said it for a while, he's probably the best thing we've got over here by a fucking long shot. He got beat by Rublev here in the round of 16 last year. I'd fancy him to beat Van der Sandschulp, I really would. I cannot see Van der Sandschulp doing what he done against Alcaraz and El Chapo to Draper. Like, you've just got to chalk that off to a fucking, I don't know, a miracle, if you can even call it that. I think Draper gets it done. I really do. But, like I said, biased aside, we're talking value and we're talking picks. Van der Sandschulp to win a set or plus 2.5 sets, however you can take it, 1.5. Stick with that. You should be alright. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere near it. Couple more in it. How many have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so got Nuno Bosch, Jakob Mensah. Should be a good one, this. This should be a decent one. I think I'm going to have a go on this. Jakob Mensah looked garbage against fucking the one with the weird name. Nuno Bosch won 3 of his last 5. You know, he got beat. Remember that first round game in the Winston-Salem before this? He looked trashed, didn't he? But clearly looking ahead to the US Open. Battered Federico Coria right from the get-go. I think yeah, you know what, I'm not overthinking it. He beat Kokkinakis in straight sets as well. Didn't think that was going to happen. He's looking really, really good. You know, last year, he didn't even get past the first round. He got beat by Sebastian Hoffner. Similar to Mensah, he's, 3 of his last 5 for him. He didn't even qualify for Cincinnati, did he? No. Didn't even qualify for the main draw in Cincinnati. He didn't even qualify for Canada either. So, the fact that he's still here in this US Open, it's quite remarkable. It's quite remarkable, especially after that first game against Aliassime. That was crazy, that. Although he did look good. Aliassime made him look like Federer though, didn't he? Straight sets for him. And then I watched him against Tristan Schoolkate the other night. Was it last night? Dropped the first 2 sets, looked fucking horrendous. Pulled it back, done a Lehechka, happy days. Admittingly, I still didn't like what I was seeing though. Didn't like what I seen. He started to save 2 match points in that 4th set as well. What did he do last year? Was he here last year? Yeah, he got beat by Taylor Fritz in straight sets last year in the 3rd round. Same would probably happen this year. Look, odds are quite close on this, like, where are we here? Well, this opened up a lot closer than what it's ended up at now if you're looking at it. Well, according to, from the start, it was supposed to be a bit of a 50-50. Going off that last game against Tristan Schoolkate, I could not trust Jakob Mensah here. I'd most definitely be going with Nuno Bosch. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to take him, You can get him around 1.65, 1.7, something like that. It's going to drop, so depending on what time you're watching this, see what you can get. I think I'm going to go with Nuno Bosch, I think I'll go with Nuno Bosch, get this one done. He's just looked a lot more trustworthy. Yeah. If it's pinned, it's pinned. If it's not, it's not. I'll make my mind up once I'm waiting for the video to upload. De Minaur and Dan Evans, so De Minaur should be winning that, although this game does definitely have a stink of a match that Dan Evans can win. Surprised he's still here. There's literally nothing for me on this. The head-to-head's 3-2, 5.3 on the decimal for Dan Evans. If you've got anything for that, let me know. Let me know what you're doing. And look, Medvedev's playing Flavio Caboli as well. Massive favourite, 1.13 for Medvedev. He, realistically, the hardcourt specialist should be getting this one done. No question about it. Flavio Caboli's like the Undertaker, any man. Like, this lad loves a comeback. He loves a comeback, and like I love watching him as well. Flavio Caboli's really good for business. He's been fantastic as of late. Got some really solid wins. 23-10 on the hard this year. Medvedev 20-6. Standard, innit? Classic Medvedev, that. Medvedev's going to go deep, and he's going to go deep in this tournament. I don't know how he does it. Like, what? I don't even know what the spread is. Fucking 365's arsing about. I'd only be looking at Medvedev to win that. Caboli to keep a close. No, I wouldn't even risk it. Maybe take Medvedev in a round or two when we get better odds for him. And then the last one I'm going to talk about here is... Oh shit, where's it gone? Excuse me. I know what it is anyway, I just forgot. Oh, so it's Matteo Arnaldi, Jordan Thompson. Fuck it, it's in me. Split right down the middle, this, folks. Split right down the middle. You pay your money, you take your choice on this one, who you're going with. 16-10 on the hard this year for Arnaldi, 22-11 for Jordan Thompson. It's flipping between. It really is flipping between. Jordan Thompson opened up as a favourite, apparently it's now even. He absolutely battered Hubert Hurkacz, didn't he, in that first game? Well, in his second game, sorry. Hasn't dropped a set yet. Neither's Arnaldi, but he's had Zachary Svajda, Roman Safiullin, Constant Lestienne, Hubert Hurkacz, 1-1. I ranked that Hubie win over both of those Arnaldi wins. I like both of these. Really like both of these. It's tough to pick a side when you want both to win, but one of these has got to go, fellas. One of these has got to go, and I could do with winning some cash today. So this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're going to... Actually, I don't know. I'll see what the odds are. This could be the floater, or this could potentially be the second or third on the parlay. We'll see what I go for. So I think both of these win a set. I think over 3.5 sets in this. Fucking sweet as a nut. I don't think we go wrong with that. I'd be leaning more towards Jordan Thompson, I really would. If you're going to do Hubie in straight sets, you're most definitely going to take a set off Arnaldi, aren't you? Most definitely. Odds for him to win one set, fucking horrendous, with it being, pretty much a pick 'em. I want to take over 3.5 sets in this, but I'm worried about Arnaldi just not even winning one. Surely he's going to win a set. Surely he wins a set. He's only lost 3 games in his last 10. Lost one. He lost the first round in Cincinnati. Got beaten in the semi-finals in Canada. Yeah. Come on. It's got to be over 3.5 here, hasn't it? Don't know what the total is. It's probably a high one. If I'm going to be touching this, it would be over on the sets. Lean towards Jordan Thompson if I had to pick a side also. Although I don't want to do it to Arnaldi. I do really like that kid. Yeah. This is down to you. This one. I'll see what the majority of you say. Are we taking the over 3.5 in this? Yes or no? Let me know. Don't be shy. And that should be all of them. Yeah. Right. That's your lot, folks. That's your lot. Officials. I've got nothing nailed down as of yet. I've not long woke up, but I'll be honest with you, folks. I'm looking at Thomas Mahatch. To beat David Goffin. I'd be looking at Nuno Borges to beat Jakob Mensah as well. And I'd be looking at that over 3.5 sets in Arnaldi and Thompson. I think that is most definitely a bit of me for today. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. If it's pinned, it's pinned. There'll be something pinned anyway. Share your thoughts, get involved, share with the group, don't be shy. Best bets, all that shite. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. As always, you know, it means a lot to me. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're still watching, we're nearly at 300 now as well, folks. We're flying, aren't we? I said this, didn't I? I don't even think we were barely at 250 before the US Open. So everyone who's subscribed over the past few days, fucking well done. Shout out to you. Give yourself a pat on the back. Right then. I'll be saying, well, I'm usually saying good night, but I'll be saying good morning, or actually 12 o'clock. Good evening, good afternoon to you. Right then, take it easy, take care of yourself, enjoy your weekend, don't do anything fucking stupid, be safe, stay beautiful, take care of yourself, take care of one another, enjoy the tennis. Let's go get some more cash today, and I'll see you tomorrow.